On the occasion of his 34th birthday, we landed an opinion from one of the two. You and your family should stop arguing right now and sign up as a group for ESPN+. Then you would get programming such as More Than an Athlete and This Opinion for free this one time. Here's LeBron speaking of winning that title after being down 3-1.
That one right there made me the greatest player of all time.
For so many reasons.
I was super, super ecstatic to win one for Cleveland because of the 52-year drought. Like, I was ecstatic. Like, obviously, I showed that the first wave of emotion was when y'all everyone saw me crying. Like, that was all for 52 years. Everything in sports was going on in Cleveland. And then after I stopped, I was like, that one right there made you the greatest player of all time. You know, everybody was just talking how they were the greatest team of all time. Like, they was the greatest team ever assembled. And for us to come back, you know, the way we came back in that fashion, I was like, you did something special. That's probably one of the only times in my career I felt like, oh, like you did something special. I haven't really had time to really like sit back and think, but that was a moment.
Crazy. All right, jump on that ESPN Plus thing. If LeBron maintains his career averages and plays until he's 40, not inconceivable, he'll retire the NBA all-time leader in points and win shares. He'll be third in assists behind Stockton and Kidd. All right, who sits out better with a groin injury, LeBron or Michael? Not playing was LeBron against the Kings. Remember, they just got beat by the Kings.
Yeah.
Ball tipped out. Contavious Caldwell-Pope put one in the air.
Wow.
26 off the bench for him. How about Bogdanovic? Remember, he drained the three to beat the Lakers the other night, about the same spot.
Yeah.
The 4-point game after three. Lakers down 4, under 4 to go. Brandon Ingram coming to the rack. Nice. Lakers down 2. LeBron, all right, I've seen this before. And then Ingram, launch a 3. Step in 10-0 run. Ingram goes for 21, 9 and 7 boards. Lakers get him back.
Welcome back to the set of Get Up. I'm David Lloyd with Jay Williams. So LeBron is not only saying that he believes he's the greatest player of all time, he's saying winning that title in 2016 is the reason he's the greatest player of all time. You buy that?
Well, first off, when I think about the greatest of all time, this is a subjective argument. I've obviously been on record stating that I think LeBron is the greatest of all time, but I also don't knock anybody that thinks Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time, okay? We can argue until we're blue in the face on that note. This comes down to what we loved about Michael Jordan was that he was a 24/7 savage. Mm-hmm. He was a graceful assassin every time he played this game, right? The way he approached everyday aspects of life. Fierce all the time. Now, he never came out and said it, but every ounce of his body oozed that confidence. I think we actually got privy to a very special moment because we saw LeBron for the first time in his career. He just turned 34 years old. We just saw him own that he believes that he could be the greatest player of all time. Mm-hmm. In order to be the greatest player of all time, you actually have to believe that you could be the greatest player of all time. Right. So watching that was mesmerizing for me because if he's just starting to believe it now, what's he going to do in the latter part of his career?
Yep. Listen, if anyone is going to believe that LeBron's the best, it's got to be LeBron. Right?
Exactly.
He's going to be that one guy, that's for sure. We'll get much more into this coming up top of the hour on Get Up. We've got Bobby Carpenter, we got Rex Ryan, we got Jay, myself, and Jason Fitz as well.
Fun right here. Cool matchup. Westbrook, Doncic. Mavericks have not been playing well. They've lost 7 of 8. Westbrook coming off a 40-point game in Phoenix. He didn't play the first time these two teams met, November the 10th. Doncic would play 34 minutes, 9 and 19 from the floor, 4 of 11 shooting 3. Paul George was on him a lot. Made him look foolish there. 7 assists as well for the rookie. If he doesn't get hurt, he'll win Rookie of the Year. All right, fourth quarter now. Paul George. This highlight makes you think he had a good game shooting threes, but he really didn't. He was 3 of 11, but you see the 2 makes. He was 1 of 9 for the rest of them, but he still was a threat. He was their go-to guy down the stretch. It's kind of interesting to see Westbrook defer to him almost completely offensively. So he's the guy. But then Dennis Smith Jr. with a huge play to give Dallas the lead with 24.8 to go. The play kind of broke down. Then the Thunder kind of messed things up, and so there's only 1.7 seconds to go. They trail by 2. 3 would win the game. George is obviously the guy you want to go to here. but he is bottled up. They go to Westbrook in the corner. Not really a good shot there. It was kind of on line, but Westbrook was only 4 of 22. That would have won the game. You see, he was behind the line, even though it was 1 foot. Dallas, a much-needed win for them.
I just got to do a better job, man. It's really so me. You know, I've been last month or so. Just got to get focused in and lock back in on what I need to do. I got to help my guys out. Like I've been letting them down, man. Just not being consistent on the offensive end.
Possession before that was they waited too long to shoot. Westbrook was 4 of 22, and the Rook gets the victory.
It is SportsCenter. That's Michael Eaves. I'm John Anderson. And if we ever challenged Anthony Davis to a game of one-on-one, we'd lose by 1 million.
At least. But Luka Doncic tried to challenge him to that very thing on Friday night. He didn't lose as bad, but he did lose. We're going to show you what happened. Of course, the smooth-shooting Slovenian leading all rookies with points per game coming into this matchup. Anthony Davis was not the Rookie of the Year back in 2013. Dame Lillard was, but AD's performed quite admirably since then. But how about this sequence here? AD with the block there. Then the pass up front to Solomon Hill, and put that on the ground. Maxi Kleber gets posterized. It starts with the defense by Anthony Davis, and the former high school point guard looks up, finds Hill. But there would be redemption and revenge courtesy of Mr. Smith. 90 seconds later, all over Julius Randle. Smith flying high all the way to the top floor, no elevator needed. All right, so that's enough of the back and forth posterization. Let's get to the real battle here. Doncic from the corner. That's his 6th 3 of the night. And then 30 seconds later, Anthony Davis with a turnaround in the paint. That ties the game at 105. 2 minutes ago, we're tied at 109. Catch and shoot action for AD. All around game. Low post, mid-range, three-point range. He's got it all. Then here, Doncic. That is so deep. I mean, that's from the quarter. 7-3 in the game. Mavericks take a 1-point lead. Youngest player in NBA history with 7 threes made in a game. Ensuing Pelicans possession. Watch this. It looks kind of crazy, but it ends up really hurting Dallas. Loose ball, good defense. All right, so you're going the other way. But you lose it. Solomon Hill saves up to Drew Holiday. And then guess who it goes to? Anthony Davis, who not only made the shot, but he gets fouled by DeAndre Jordan, his 48th point of the game after the free throw. How about the hustle there from Etuan Moore? 2-point advantage for the Pelicans. Last chance for the Mavs. Inbounding the ball 5 seconds ago. They're down 2, remember. Now, you would think Doncic would be somewhere in the mix for the play, but dude is like, is he a decoy? Why is he standing in midcourt?
Right, get off the logo, dude.
I will say this, Dennis Smith had a pretty good look. Didn't get it off in time either way, but like, why is he way out there? I mean, even he's looking over the bench with 2 seconds to go. Like, what are we playing? What are we doing?
Yeah, he's 40 feet out.
It's not a good look for Rick Carlisle's squad. Got to believe might have been a miscommunication there somewhere because Rick's one of the best in-game coaches in basketball. Doncic finished with 34, but it paled to Davis's 48 and 17, and the Pelicans win it by 2. Here's Alvin Gentry on his star player's big night.
Guys, this is not the best game he's had. You know, we can go back and take another 80 of them or 150 of them that he's had that can equal what he did tonight, you know. I mean, he was determined and he played hard, but he does that most nights anyway. So I thought he was great, but, you know, he's kind of that way most of the nights.
Well, you take a look at what Anthony Davis has done since he entered the league out of Kentucky back in 2012. He's got 9 45-15 games. That seems like a lot, right? Well, yes, because the next closest guy, Russell Westbrook, who had 2 seasons of averaging triple-double, well, he only has 3.
He's a little fella, too.
True.
Spurs and the Rich Creamies, second time in 3 days. San Antonio a winner at home Wednesday. Denver tonight. Nikola Jokic held to a season-low 4 points in that meeting. Here he's got 2 just like that. Exploding for the bucket. Gets everybody in the air and then a little up and under. Nuggets up by 12. 8 seconds to go before intermission. Nuggets still up 12. Jamal Murray drives. Marcus Aldridge gets him off his feet. Little bounce off the window. Murray at 21 at the half. Nuggets lead was 14. Spurs battling back. They'll fight you. Jokic turnover. DeMar DeRozan fails to convert, but there's Aldridge. He's there when you need him. Off the Aldridge miss this time. Well, mid-ranger no. Derek White rises up and puts it back. Jokic again. Whoa, a little loose with it. Got to value the ball. DeRozan ahead. White again with the slam. Spurs, 3-point game at the end of the third. 2 minutes to play. Nuggets lead is now just 1. We got a $1:37 to go. Jokic this time, when the ball leaves his hands, it goes into the basket, not to the other team. So Spurs down 3, 7.2 to go. White, going to give it to DeRozan. Drives baseline. And, yeah, we'll get nothing like it. Knocked out of bounds with 7/10 left, so the Spurs barely a chance. Again, 3 to tie. Bryn Forbes, you'll get nothing and like it. Nuggets hang on to win it, 102-99. All right, update you on the Lakers and the Clippers. And again, LeBron entered with a very fancy to-go cup that appeared to be sort of grape juice, fermented maybe, perhaps, likely. Anyway, second quarter, Lonzo Ball. Pass tipped. Somehow he gets it back. Nice. A little behind the back. Tyson Chandler will put home the bunny right there. That's knowing where your dudes are. Listen, that guy, he still struggles with his shot, but he can pass the rock. Third quarter, Josh Hart missing the fall away. Ball that time, in it goes. Still in the third, early on. Brandon Ingram left open for 3. That's pure, and the Lakers right now up 6 on their